you're thinking about moving to Westfield, New Jersey, but you're still doing research, you're looking to find out more information, and you're thinking about buying here specifically, well, you're in luck, because in this video, we're gonna do a little bit of a real estate tour. We're gonna look at some homes that are in the $1 million range and one home that's in the $2 million range. But you're also gonna wanna watch till the end, because we've got a special tour, emphasis on watch till the end. We've got a special walk by. We're gonna check out a really cool street in Westfield that you're not gonna wanna miss. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Hey, if this is your first visit to the channel and you're looking to learn everything there is to know about the Midtown direct suburbs of New York City, then subscribe below and tap the notification bell so you can be the first to hear about the current market here in New Jersey and New York. Hey, I'm Jeff Massey, your local realtor, and we get calls every day from people just like you who are thinking about moving to one of New York City's amazing suburbs, and we love it. So whether you're moving in 7 days or 7 months, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or schedule a video chat with us so we can help you make an easy, stress-free move to the New York City area. So as I was saying at the top, we're here in Westfield, New Jersey. This is actually part 2. We did another video on Westfield in a couple months ago, and I'll link that below if you want to take a look. That video focuses more on the downtown area, gives you an idea of what the town has to offer, especially in terms of like the downtown stores and shops and that kind of stuff, restaurants. So definitely check that out if you're looking to learn more about the actual town itself. But today's tour, we're going to be doing more of a real estate walk, and we're going to be walking around some of the nice streets here in Westfield. This is Walnut Street, just off the corner of Lawrence Avenue. Later on, we're going to be checking out 2 homes on Lawrence. And as I said at the top, most of the homes are in the $1 million range today. And coincidentally, most of them were built in 2022. And we're going to look at one that was built before 1900. So that'll be a really cool one to check out as well. But in general, most of the homes you'll see here have these kind of like Victorian stylings. A lot of them have these wraparound porches, which I mentioned in the other video. Very historic town. But without further ado, let's check it out. Let's jump inside our car, drive around a little bit, and show you some of the town and some of the recent sales in the last 30 days. Okay, so our first home is actually on another street. I'm just walking down this beautiful block here on Kimball Avenue. But I drove by and I wanted to show you 110 Oxford Terrace. Now this is also new construction that I mentioned at the beginning. A lot of these are new construction. We're gonna show you some B-roll. It's a 6-bed, 3 full bath, 2 half bath on 0.6 acres. That was built in 2022. This is a colonial style. You'll notice it has sort of a gable right on the front, off center. And this one listed for $1.299, and it actually sold above asking in 9 days for $1,365. So pretty amazing how fast that went. And just goes to show you in that price point where people are trying to get a big house, but it's still, you know, relatively affordable for the area. I know that sounds crazy, over $1 million, but the demand is there and goes very quickly. Hey, I hope you're liking this content. If you have any questions, don't forget to put them down in the comments or reach out to us directly. We'd love to set up a video chat with you and learn more about what you're trying to do in real estate. And as always, if you know anyone who might find this content helpful, please like and share it with them. We'd love to get your support. Okay, let's get on to the next property. Okay, so we've reached our second stop. We're on Lawrence Avenue. Lawrence is a very beautiful, wide road, as you can guess by the avenue title, but the homes here are very, very historic. We're gonna pass by a couple here in a second, one on either side here. A lot of them are Victorians, like I said earlier, a lot of wraparound porches, very interesting architectural details. Look at this one, it's beautiful. We're not gonna talk about this one in terms of sale price, but just look at the details on this, the columns, the woodwork, very beautiful homes. And just while I'm talking about sold prices, the reason why we focus on sold in these videos is it gives us a full story of where things are moving in terms of what the list price was, how many days on the market, if it went under asking or over asking, kind of shows you the demand of the area. And speaking of demand, that brings us to our next home. This is 322 Lawrence Avenue. It's right behind me. They describe this home as a Victorian colonial. You can see it has sort of like a ranch where at first glance it just looks like a 1-story home, but you can see from the side here that it actually has 3 stories. This is a 4-bed, 3-bath, 1 half bath, so three and a half baths. It's 0.37 acres, so that's a corner lot, very nice. Where I was going with this was, this home sold in 1 day. Actually, it says 0 days on the market in terms of the MLS information. So someone must have saw it when they were kind of doing the pre-launch. They did all the photography, I don't know the exact story. Maybe it was a neighbor or someone nearby. They sold it in 0 days, and they sold it over asking. It was originally asking 1.399, went for 144, and like I said, 0 days on the market. So that's pretty impressive. If I haven't finished explaining, it's built in circa 1895, so very historic home. Renovations in 2009, and very traditional styling on the inside, as you would guess with a lot of these more traditional historic homes in the area. You can see this interesting kind of farmhouse style right behind me. Just all sorts of eclectic styles that were built back in the early 1900s. This one here, I don't quite know, but interesting details on the upper sash with these diamond patterns. Just beautiful stuff. And then mixed in with some of these, like, probably 1970s, if I had to guess, colonials. Just, you know, as things developed, things got filled in with more homes. But Lawrence Avenue, we're gonna go down another one on Lawrence in a little bit, but first we're gonna stop, make other couple stops, and then show you some more. And this next house is 400 Montauk Drive. I'm gonna drive by it again. It's right across from one of the elementary schools. This was also a 6-bed, it had 4 full baths this time. A little bit larger of a piece of property. It was 0.27 acres and also built in 2022. This is more of a custom style home. It didn't really have your usual like kind of colonial or this or that, but transitional nonetheless, and very modern highlights on the inside. There was a really cool waterfall edge on one of the center island pieces of countertop. Very beautiful. This one, they had to negotiate a little bit. It went for 1.599999999. Anyway, so 1.6 basically, and it was on the market for 80 days. They ended up selling it for 1.537. So a little bit of a negotiation, but still not bad if you're a house builder and you still got pretty close to what you're looking for. Just took a little bit longer, but that was a beautiful home. And we've got one more interesting property coming up, but let's jump over across the street. All right, so before we show you the last property on our tour today, I just wanted to show you something super interesting that you may have caught in the popular Netflix show The Watcher. Now, you'll notice my other video was called Watching Westfield, and I forgot to mention in that video, so it's good to come back to it in this one. But essentially in 2014, there was an interesting story that took place, and it was actually captured in an article written in 2018 by Reeves Weedman, and it became the basis for the show The Watcher, and essentially is based on the idea of someone moving into a home and then getting kind of a weird letter in their mailbox. And in the show, it goes on a little bit more of a tangent, gets a little bit scarier than it really was in real life. But actually what's funny is they ended up filming the show in Westchester, New York, but it took place here in Westfield. So sort of an interesting sort of pop culture moment here for Westfield. I'll link the article to the New Yorker down below, but super funny story. So, okay, let's go check out our last property. Okay, so we just reached our last stop. This is the most expensive home we're showing today on the tour. Now we're back on Lawrence Avenue. We're at the western edge of Westfield. We're just at almost at the border of Route 22 there on the western edge. And this home that we're gonna look at is another 2022 build. This was a 6-bed, 7 full bath, that's a lot, and 1 half bath. It was on 0.38 acres, built in 2022, as I said, and a very traditional colonial style. However, it had a lot of sort of modern touches inside. This one listed for $2,395. It was on the market for 61 days, and it actually sold for right at ask $2,395. And here it is behind me. This is the home. Has a sort of a slight extension on the side. Went with a nice gray look, sort of a hardy plank. But again, Lawrence Avenue, just a beautiful road, lots of woods, nice homes. As you go further down, you get like the more Victorian, classical. Hey, so I hope you enjoyed part 2 of our Westfield, New Jersey tour. And if you haven't checked out part 1, definitely go back and see that so you can get to know a little bit more about the downtown area. And I hope in this video you're able to get an idea of what newer homes that are a little bit larger go for. They tend to be in that middle tier between 1 and 2 million. And you can't even go over 2 million depending on the size and how well it's finished off. Look, I really want to thank you for joining me today and welcome me into your home, and I hope together we can help find your next one. In the meantime, we'll see you in the next video.